Yes.
Yeah, baby. Do you want to start the show?
We can. Now we gotta wait a second, so that's not in the beginning bit. Because it just feels a little weird when you have that in the little ramp up bit. Unlike now, because hey, everybody, it's Modular Media's components. We talk, we bullshit, we hang out.
It's
Hi.
my birthday, or today. My birthday's already passed by the time this is out, but we're recording this literally hours before my birthday.
Go bug Buster on social media. It's hi, I'm Boingo.
With
Buster,
this recording
would you like
right
more
now for
introduction?
us.
Okay, that's Cody, who just talked. Boingo introduced the podcast. I am the birthday boy, Buster. Hi.
I was more saying just introduce yourself, but sure.
This is
No
already a
one-
mess.
We're Ozzy Osbourne. We're on the rails of a crazy train.
Yeah. Now, boys.
But see,
It's not just
Oh.
my birthday. Lots of things have been going on in the world.
What were you about to say, Cody, though?
no, I want to hear this.
Oh, okay.
Lots of things in the world.
Yeah, like video games, like PlayStation had a state of play that was a state of play.
There were some interesting ideas.
The biggest thing I popped off for was Sonic, but of course I'm a Sonic fan. What do you expect? And that Death Stranding 2 trailer was pretty cool. Let's start off with Sonic since we have probably less. It was a shorter trailer.
Yeah, it's Sonic.
Yeah, they're re-releasing Generations, but Shadow. They're basically making a whole new mini game or like mini side game campaign for Shadow. And oh, it looks good. It looks even better than Frontiers, honestly. Like graphically, it's like ooh. There's some really cool transitions and like crazy shit, and it's like woo. Like also, they're bringing back a lot of ideas from Shadow the Hedgehog.
The gun.
Like Black Doom.
Yeah,
not the
gun.
Starfish.
Yeah, the Starfish that voiced by Sean Chamel.
There may be a moment. Hopefully the gun.
Maybe they'll have.
Hopefully he loads a AK-47 like a shotgun again.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they'll show the Maria scene again. We'll see.
Yeah. Maybe another child will die.
That's what I'm saying. That's Maria. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm agreeing. I am giving more context.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We also saw some Sonic 3 stuff earlier, but that's mostly just the movie is coming. Please be excited.
We are adding edgy black hedgehog.
Yeah, and we might have Live and Learn in the movie, which please, you gotta have Live and Learn in the Shadow movie. You know, I'm kind of a bit worried, honestly. I feel like I think it'll be a good movie, but I think it's gonna have some similar problems as Spider-Man 3, because it's like I don't know why I think that. You know, probably because black suit probably, and just that there's a lot they can do with a third Sonic movie. So I'm just we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to see it this Christmas season.
I did see one fucking out of left field thing that would be hilarious. Someone just going like, I hope to God that Tom's grandfather is the one who shot Maria.
Well, yeah, no, that the Olive Garden guy. That's what everyone's suspecting who shot Maria. The Olive Garden guy. Yeah, the Olive Garden guy. And honestly, from the Sonic movies. But yeah, I'm excited for Sonic X Shadow Generations. Funny title, but I like it.
But the price of the game is going to be way expensive. If you want to get more information, just type Sonic X Shadow inflation into Google.
Yeah. I mean, like, I would believe you anyway because Sega games are pretty expensive right now.
Yeah.
They're like they just released two $70
Sonic X Shadow inflation.
Although I did hear there was a nifty trick you could pull off to reduce that cost. You just have to look up a coupon. It's a nifty rule you have to break, but just look up Sonic and Shadow Rule 34 and you'll find it.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, what are we in middle school again?
Yeah, we're back in middle school, baby. Speaking of middle school, Transformers. Transformers can be enjoyed by all ages. But I got a couple. Before we talk about Death Stranding, I want to talk about some Transformers I got. They're pretty basic ones. I got them from the Legacy line. They're the core class. So these are like the $10, like, tiny figures. I got an Optimus Prime, which is a repackage from Kingdom, so I've heard. And I got a G2 Megatron, which is a repaint from Kingdom. So in reality, I didn't really get Legacy toys. I got Kingdom toys, just repackaged as Legacy. But I like these guys. They're pretty cool. And it kind of makes me want a green Megatron again. I like green Megatron, just because it's a G2 Megatron.
That little G2 Megatron is a cool thing to have. All the core class figures have been great, though. That's one of my favorite, if not my actual secret favorite scale of Transformer.
They're just fun to mess around with on your desk. I want to get like Soundwave eventually.
Oh, Soundwave is
maybe a Bumblebee to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to get a Bumblebee. But Soundwave and Bumblebee are like what I want to get to complement my Megatron and Optimus. Although, like, probably my next Transformers toys are probably going to be those animated figures from Legacy, like Bumblebee, and because animated's my favorite Transformers. And I have Prowl and Bulkhead already. I just need a Prime and Bumblebee to complement it.
So you say animated is your favorite Transformers, which I don't disagree with or anything like that. I'm not. That might be my favorite, like, cartoon that I've watched, like Transformers cartoon.
Yeah.
But apparently it might be a whole lot of other people's favorite. Because Sixo on X.
Oh yeah, I saw. He's been like doing the poll.
He did like every show faced off against every other show, and it came down to G1 and animated beat it with an astounding 62 or 67%.
Oh yeah, we're in the age of animated now. Like where it's like the people who are nostalgic for animated are like basically the target demo for Transformers, collectors.
It may also just be the amount of time is like people have gone back and were like, you know what, this was actually really good.
Yeah, like I've done a retrospective of animated. Go watch that, and I'm really proud of that video still.
Whenever Transformers started for us, like around that time with like Robots in Disguise, Energon, and animated and stuff, like that's about a 10-year space of that, but that did also like create a bunch of new people interested into the franchise. And so now from like Robots in Disguise and Energon, like we're looking at around the same time frame as when we were born and the original G1 show was out.
Yeah.
But I don't know, we're seeing a lot more of everything. There's a new HasLab coming up.
Oh god, I'm so tempted to back Omega Prime. I'm so tempted.
Oh, I backed it.
Ooh. See, I was gonna ask if we want to repeat what we did with Galactus, and we all visit Cody's house and to watch him unbox Omega Prime.
Oh my god, I'm so down for that. I'm very excited. I do have one more thing I want to see, and I have some extra thoughts about this one. But so far, I think it's worthwhile. Like, I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
But I do know that they haven't shown us everything that the figures can do in all the features. Like, not
probably
like
they'll show that the next fan stream.
Yeah, like it's not having and like when I say features, I'm saying like not like lights and sounds. They already confirmed it's not having those. I don't mind that. They said it has the missiles, but they're not spring loaded. I don't mind that. Plastic tires so they don't disintegrate, because that's the other thing about this figure, and I think why a lot of people are backing it is because it's kind of the cheapest way to get both of these right now. Like, reasonably.
Yeah. That's what I like about Legacy. It's like it gives, like, right now, it's like so many generations of Transformers being represented right now, and it's like the cheapest way to get figures of them. Like, if I want to get an animated Optimus, like original, that's going to be expensive as hell. But if I want to get a Legacy one, that's only $30 right now.
Yeah. And it is one of the best, like, they're just like knocking it out of the park. They truly are. With like a lot of these figures are just, it's like, oh, this is immediately good. This is high quality, like, twice distilled Transformer action figure. Very nice.
And man, I remember in high school, high school or early college, there was a moment where you're like, oh man, I kind of don't want to even collect Transformers anymore. They feel so low quality now, like right after the second line of games or something.
No, I remember what that was. That was with the Titans Return, because I was buying all of those.
Oh yeah,
it was buying.
You were saying like, I didn't think I would do it anymore, but now they're somewhat okay again.
Yeah, I was getting a few of them, but I was still like, man, like none of the because again, and during that toy line, my favorite figures to collect were essentially what is the core class now. It was the Scout class, because that's where they were doing all the mini bots. Now, when we get a mini bot, it's like the animated Bumblebee, or it's like the new Gears that's coming out. It's a tiny and like purely because it is tiny, they understand that the only way to sell it is to pack it full of like features, accessories, or like articulation. In Bumblebee's case, he got all of that, and in Gears, the new one coming up, very same case. He's got his gun. He's got a feature where he does have the detail on his chest for a random specific episode referenced in one of the like Megatron and has to like open his chest or something. Anyways, but I don't know. Like back during Titan's Return, that was the only way to get those figures, and they didn't come with anything. It was just like the figure, no gun, no like iconic any extra pieces, and it always felt like there was something missing. And now with Core Class, like even the tiniest ones come with like one or two little features and like a little accessory or something. So I don't know. We're definitely winning continuous. But to circle it back around to Omega Prime, the original voice actor actually tweeted a video where he reacted to the entire announcement video.
I think it was the animator. It was the animator.
Oh, was it the animator? I thought it was the voice actor.
No, it was an animator, like when the storyboarded that sequence.
Oh, I read that as the voice actor who was backing it. I swore it was maybe it was both then.
Yeah, probably both. But maybe the voice actor backed it and the animator reacted to it.
Something happened.
Yeah, but either way, people are loving this Omega Prime, and I'm like, man, I just want to go visit Florida just so I can see Cody unbox it.
Take a train.
I mean, like, I don't think Chicago and Florida are interconnected, so.
No. Yeah, you live near an actual public transit area, and I hate you for that.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
But
just appreciate what we don't have.
Yeah.
So here's the things that we can't really see yet about this specific HasLab, but that are important to me personally, and maybe not as much to other people, but it's one of the things that kind of made me feel okay about backing it. They talked about the chrome plating, the vac metallized chrome plating on the plastics, and they have brought it back on everything
Simeon chrome now?
Simeon chrome?
Not vac
sweet
chrome?
Simeon chrome.
Instead of vac chrome?
In jokes, I love it. Yeah, baby.
Well, that we could do that because it might be some. They mentioned that it's that, but it seems like there's hopes that it's different, more
so
resilient.
It won't chip off in like a couple years.
Yes, yeah. And it seems like they know that people keep these a while. Like there's at least an intention to that. And hopefully, like I'd hate to see a HasLab yellow because I would kill somebody, but I don't know. So that's good. It's good that they're doing that much for it, but I still think it needs effect parts.
This is the Optimus Prime that's a fire truck, right?
Yeah, from Robots in Disguise / Car Roboto.
This is also the season that gave that one shark guy that's like a fan favorite.
Skybite, yeah.
Yeah, and this is also where my two of my literal two favorite Transformers came from, like as toys, which is Wedge from the Dinobot or the Constructabot team. I forgot what they're called now.
I know you have like one of them in mint and package.
Oh yeah, I have two tow lines and two because those are also like core class figures, but those are from Machine Wars originally, and then they were recolored for it. The only difference was that when they recolored Towline, he actually got, Showtime.
Showtime.
But they were packaged with one Autobot and one Decepticon. And I have my original toys from when I was a kid, still mostly complete. They were my oldest toys. I mean, they're 24 years old right now, so that hurts. But
Jesus.
Then I have some mint on card. But I also have a lot of Robots in Disguise stuff mint on card.
No.
And I dreamed about getting the Fire Truck Optimus Prime and the Car Carrier Magnus because I always wanted one that would carry the cars. I just wanted that so bad. I was like, dude, I want to put my cars in there. And they confirmed.
You want to put your cars in a toy box.
Yeah, they confirmed that it can hold 3 at a time, 3 deluxes.
Dang.
Which that's hot. That's
speaking of, like, oh god, I'm looking at core class Transformers. God, these are all tempting. These might be my new collection addiction.
Yeah, I mean that's a fine thing. It's only you're gonna look at spending maybe $20 to $30 every couple of months because we'll get a Studio Series one sometimes, and we'll get 2 in every wave.
Yeah.
For,
I'm not gonna collect
United.
everyone. I'm mostly the characters I want. Like, I want to get what's his name in the current book?
Kid?
Not Tasmanian Kid. No. Who's in the comic book? What's his name?
Cliff Jumper.
Cliff Jumper. Yeah, I want to get a Cliff Jumper. Does he have a core class or no?
I don't think so, but that mold exists, so maybe they will.
Yeah, I want to kind of like, because I'm loving the comic right now, so I kind of want to like, what if I already have an Optimus Prime that looks like the Skybound comic? What if I collected the whole team? Or I could get Starscream so my Optimus can fight him like the comic,
The Seekers are worthwhile. They're all good.
Yeah. Oh man, I gotta just dang it, Cody. I honestly got these because I'm like, they're at Target. My mom had a gift card, and it's like, hey, use the gift card on something. And I'm like, oh, they have Optimus Prime and Megatron at Target. All right, let's go. Let's just get those and like have like a little like G1 and G2 representative on my shelf. Because at least I like to have like, while I'm collecting the animated legacy, I want to have like at least each era of Transformers represented. So I'm like, hey, these will be good. And I'm like, ooh, I want more. I like these,
I feel you. No, I like that.
So tiny. They're just little tiny guys.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a thing that we can get into a little bit, which if we wanted to talk a little bit about Lego, because Lego's been popping off and doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Some say
well, like I think I owe like Boingo a. Let's talk about Death Stranding first.
No, it's fine. Legos are cool.
Yeah, Legos are cool. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was only going to be a slight thing. I was just going to say that they might be over ramping production, but man, I completely I lost the train of thought. Anyway, never mind.
Yeah. But yeah, they do good shit. Yeah, I love Transformers. They're good fellas.
All the fellas.
All my fellas.
All right. Time to talk about Insanity.
Yeah. That Death Stranding trailer was good. It
Death Stranding 2 trailer. Good. 9 minutes of a trailer.
That's my only problem with it. I think because it's just the industry sucking off Kojima more. But also, it was a good trailer, so who am I to complain?
Well, it felt more... Call it a trailer is like a weird thing, because the story of Death Stranding is fucking very weird and complicated. So you kind of have to go like, hey, here's some of the new stuff we're doing. You have to explain some of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that they've done enough with that trailer to make me be like, because I played the other one, I'm wondering how some of this shit's gonna work and how, like, where it's coming from. But they made it apparent that, like, we should not expect some weird shit just from that first one.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. There's a lot of weird shit going on. There's a lot of weird, interesting things with some of the enemies you see.
Yeah. And the guitar guy.
He's back.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a previous character?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main bad guy, right?
Yeah, that's the who's he played by? Troy Baker.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's Troy Baker. He's back. Shinkawa's back. The designer for all of like Metal Gear Solid. He's doing designs for Hideo Kojima again. That's cool.
Yeah. The freaking puppet. The puppet looks insane.
It does.
Animated so well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and apparently that was an idea from Guillermo del Toro.
Of course. As soon as we saw it, like me and my friend saw it, we're like, Del Toro?
Well, I mean, the character inspired by Del Toro was in the first game. He couldn't voice him.
No, but it looked like him. Yeah, I know. Like,
yeah.
Oh, he didn't get to voice him? He sounds like him.
Yeah, it's meant to sound like Guillermo del Toro, but he didn't get a chance to, like, I think it was timing or a variety of other reasons, but he did not voice himself.
That's
and I'm trying to think. Also, Giant Samurai crying like a baby.
I still need to play the first game, and honestly, that trailer like sold me. I'm like, I gotta play this series, man. This goes places.
It is peak Hideo Kojima philosophizing, but also going, look at this badass thing.
Yeah, like people say, like Kojima likes movies, but I argue like his kind of movie cinematic games has something that other things lack, where like it still feels like a video game at heart. It's not like Last of Us, you know?
Yeah. There is video game taking influence from cinema derogatory, and video game taking influence from cinema positive.
Complimentary. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is clearly complimentary. So.
There's a lot of interesting things happening. There's inexplicably 2 of the characters are just in black and white while the rest of the scene is in color for some reason.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But a lot of characters are back. That's fun. That's neat. A lot of interesting weirdo things happening. Yeah. All the while, Hideo Kojima announced that they're working on a brand new IP that's action espionage.
Yeah. That's also supposed to be a movie and a game at the same time.
And to really top it off and jerk everyone off, on stage, he's like, "Oh, it's going to be my magnum opus. It's going to be a culmination of everything I've learned my entire game career."
Yep.
Yeah, it's like Konami.
Which is very bold.
I find it funny because Sony at the same conference showed a Konami thing.
Not just a Konami thing, a blatant
disrespect. Yeah.
First things first, they're remaking Silent Hill 2 and focused on the action in the trailer.
Oh, that trailer was so bad.
Thank God they missed the point, and now everybody knows to avoid that game.
Yeah, unless people gotta review how bad it is, which don't do that. Just talk about the old game,
And they're releasing a brand new Silent Hill game for free. I wonder where they got that idea from.
Okay, I have that game downloaded on my PlayStation right now. I haven't played it, but I've heard horrible things about it, so I can't wait to play that after I play good games.
But it's like, hey, can we have PT at home?
PT at home.
Can we have PT? No, we have PT at home.
I think what sucks is that the game has a cool idea. It's just made by a bunch of old guys. Cause I like the idea of okay, it's like a game about social media. Okay, you know what? Solid idea. Oh no, it's made by a bunch of old guys. Yeah, not good idea anymore.
I mean, it's also made by the guys who did a game where one of the scares is a ghost baby bonking its head.
Yeah. Oh no! This isn't by the short message free game. Isn't by Blooper Team.
That's not by Blooper Team.
Yeah, it's by Konami in-house or some shit.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that doesn't make it any better. But I'm just saying, yeah.
I just find it funny how this thing Kojima tried to resurrect from the dead, Silent Hill, its corpse is just shuffled out by a corporate assholes going look, it's Silent Hill. He's doing exactly what you remember, And then later on, Kojima's just like, hey, I'm making all the games I want to make, and I'm making a new version of Metal Gear without any of the Konami bullshit.
I'll be interested to see what his serial numbers filed off version of Metal Gear will be.
I mean, part of it you already see in Death Stranding.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna talk about more espionage, serial numbers filed off. What would it be like? If he had to make Metal Gear 1 today, what would it look like? Because that's basically what I'm assuming this game's gonna be. Metal Gear Solid 1, not Metal Gear 1.
Metal Gear. Hey, here's the thing. They essentially made the same game 3 times.
True.
Because Metal Gear 2, not Metal Gear, Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid, and then Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah, and also the Twin Snakes, if you want to count literal remakes. But that was more by outside studios.
Yeah, but it's just funny,
Yeah. Video games are funny, except when they aren't.
Like Silent Hill 2 remake.
Oh god, that actually when I saw that trailer, I'm like, oh, stop it! Stop it!
It is. I watched Max Dude's reaction to it, and it was okay, cool, it's Silent Hill 2 remake, and then it got to that one bit where it's just a solid 30 seconds of who are the main character, I can't remember his name, just going action mode, and it's just that is the complete opposite of the point of the game. What are you doing?
And if Max is saying that, you fricked up.
Yeah.
Love you, Max. Please come on the show.
It's wild. There's other games that happen there, like the one waifu dressed up sword game.
Stellar Blade. That looked okay, but it's I could just play Nier Automata and get the same amount of jollies.
Yeah, I think that a big thing is just that there's more dress up options.
Yeah, true. Which like that's gonna be that's fun, but like it might have a good story, but like I won't know until it comes out.
Yeah. What other games got revealed or talked about during
We already
State of
talked
Play?
about Sonic. Kind of talked about all the big ones.
Yeah.
Still have like
it's almost as if Sony has been avoiding some of their major IPs for the past 10 years and don't have anything to show for it.
Yeah, and also that game development is ridiculously long.
Especially for a company that prioritizes high fidelity HD graphics and not stylization like other companies.
Yeah. Anyway, Persona. I didn't get to talk about Persona all podcast yet because I've been excited for the remake of Persona 3 all 2 months of the year, but also like since it's been announced. I've been talking about it all like in this like ever since Components of the Year started. I finally got to play it. I'm like 20 hours in. Great game. It's Persona 3, but with Persona 5 mechanics. It's good. Like, I do like for me at least, because I'm playing the game on normal mode, it's still challenging. I still get a lot of game overs on bosses, but like I can instantly like retry against the bosses, so it doesn't feel like as like tedious as other Atlas RPG titles. But like it still feels like challenging even with the new quality of life enhancements, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's still like I still got to use all my mechanics to the fullest potential, you know? Because I see like that's how I see it. I know some people are saying the game is too easy, maybe by Megami Tensei standards, but like it's still pretty like it's harder than 5 Royal right now. Which
I mean, there's a reason Matador is a common joke in SMT circles.
Yeah, I was actually using him like in a earlier Matador. Yeah, I do love how they keep bringing back like demons like every game, like and like with new like I just like that about Megami Tensei.
Yeah. I'm looking at some of the other games that were announced for State of Play just so we can be fully well-rounded fucking gaming
Helldivers got a trailer. That was like the first thing they showed. And I know Cody's excited for that.
Yeah, Helldivers coming out this year, so they said, "Hey, it's still happening." Rise of the Ronin by Team Ninja. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, February. Yeah.
Rise of the Ronin by Team Ninja.
Could go either way, but I think we're good. I think that should be a solid title.
Until Dawn gets a remaster.
Lame! It's not a remaster, it's a full-blown remake.
No, they said remaster in the trailer.
Oh, they said it's a remake. I swear to God, it's a remake. And it's like, you can already play that game on PS5. Why are we wasting money?
I mean, they said it was... I could have swore they said remaster.
Let me double-check. Until Dawn... I think they're calling it remastered, but it's actually like they're redoing all the assets. Yeah, they said rebuilt. Yeah, rebuilt. They're just rebuilding the entire game.
We got another trailer for Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yeah, that actually looks really cool. I'm more glad for Itsuno than the game itself, because I'm like, Itsuno needs more W's. He's a great guy. He's one of my favorite game directors over at Capcom.
Ken Levine is back with a game. Judas has a new trailer.
Oh, Judas. That could go either way.
Ken Levine is the creator of BioShock.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could go either way.
He also is the writer of BioShock Infinite. What's the Under the Sea DLC thing? I just watched a video about that, and it's like, no, the final DLC bit where it's just like, hey,
Infinite's main scenario?
Booker DeWitt and Elizabeth going around a Disney-fied version of Racist America.
Oh. Was because I heard Infinite's stories kind of will become lackluster in recent years?
It depends.
Yeah.
I think it's all about interpretation, because the big problem people have is one of the characters is heavily sympathetic to today, where it's a black woman revolutionary fighting against the racist bullshit going around, and she loses herself in anger and thus takes a hostage and threatens to kill a kid, and people go like, really? And it's like, but that's the point. Like,
does that make it right?
It's a whole bunch of things, and it's also very clear that she's been going down that path if you pay attention to the character, kind of thing.
It's still like I feel like the people are just sick of like that kind of trope of like characters who are like revolutionaries but like ultimately end up villains, you know?
Well, I mean, that's actually a common occurrence in BioShock. That's a big thing in the first one.
Yeah, I'm just talking in media in general. So,
but it's played differently. That kind of thing.
I know. I'm just saying, like everyone else, like I don't know. Anyways, that's way too. That's way too.
But yeah, no, it's the V Rising, which looks like a weird Diablo kind of vampire game.
Yeah, that looked okay.
Dave the Diver has Godzilla now.
Oh yeah, that got a pop off out of me. I think it's like Burning Heisei Godzilla, which is pretty cool that they picked that one.
Hoyoverse is releasing a new game on PlayStation 5 called Zenless Zone Zero.
Okay, good alliteration, but I'm not playing it.
It's like, hey, you know Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail?
Yeah.
And you know all that? What if we made that game again, but they're wearing streetwear?
And guns, or what was it, guns? Or
yeah, it's guns. It is, hey, what if we do Cyberpunk Genshin?
Yeah. People will like it, people will hate it, it's gonna happen.
I'll wait till Elma plays it and tells me what she thinks.
Yeah, she's the Hoyoverse expert in your friend group.
Yeah, I mean, multiple of the V-Pals play Genshin, but Metro Awakening, Metro 2033 is getting a VR spinoff.
Yeah, good for it. I wish I could play VR games without throwing up.
New trailer for Foam Stars, which is the Square Enix ripoff of Splatoon.
Yeah,
that's also using AI.
Yeah, that's why I stopped paying attention to the game. It's just like, nah, man, you get out of here.
And there is a hilarious action RPG released for PlayStation VR where you're just fighting goofy skeletons. It's hilarious.
That looked really fun, and I'm like, that's legitimately the only reason I wish I could play VR games right now, just so I could play this goofy skeleton game.
See, that game was one of the games where I was like, oh yeah, that looks neat, but then as the trailer ramped up, like, it really seemed like it was dialing in what thinks people want to do for fun, just pure fun. And just everything, like all the weird, like VR, like magic elements you saw, made it just feel like I was excited to play it. I guess I don't usually care about VR titles at all.
Yeah,
I mean, VR is slowly becoming more and more robust of a gaming format.
Yeah, it's more of it should always remain a specialty. I don't think we should all like move to VR because it's like that shit can like again. I get queasy easily from VR, so
no, it's its own format. You know, there's games and there's VR games. Much like there's television shows and then there's prestige miniseries.
Actually, while we're on video games, I realized I never got to talk about this last week because of Analytical Fanboys. Tekken 8. I've been playing that. Like, yeah, it's great. Tekken 8's good. It's like one of the most feature-rich fighting games in a bit.
That's good.
Yeah, like Arcade Quest looks ugly, but it's fun. You know? Like, I do not like the way Arcade Quest looks. I like that you can customize a character, but like, man, those metaverse ass models that luckily like actually like playing matches still looks as good as the regular game. And the story mode, I already made a video on it, but ooh, they cooked with gas. Yeah, the story mode's like, I think this is like, and I like how the story mode has been able to appeal to like so many people, where it's like people who like me who think fighting game stories are legitimate art form, you know? And it's also just appealed people like, yeah, it's cool. I'm happy with it. You know, it's appealed to so many audiences of its story mode, which I think is like, yeah, they knocked it out of the park. They cooked, you know? What's your opinion on Tekken stuff, Boingo?
I haven't played it.
I know you haven't played it, but like observing the reaction.
I haven't seen a super ton of the story, and there's one it's funny, there's one video essayist who does like left-wing political stuff I watch every once in a while. So in my like algorithm feed on YouTube, I get like their posts every once in a while. And he's just been going like, all right, everybody, if you want to get into Tekken 8, here's what you need to do. Here's how you learn your character. It's just like, it's funny.
That's good. That's good.
It's just fun to see. It's just fun to see the different context of a person, you know?
Yeah, and also just Tekken just has a lot of worldwide appeal, I'd say, like, or just a lot of casual appeal, just because it's like it's been around for so long. Like people like they love the characters, they love the gameplay, they love this like Tekken. It's probably the second biggest fighting game franchise.
Yeah,
yeah, because Mortal Kombat sells more, but I think there's more of an attachment to Tekken. And Street Fighter is the biggest one. I'm sorry. Like, even with, like, it's, like, not as good games, Street Fighter is just always going to be the biggest one.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Street Fighter 6 is also good.
Yeah.
Like,
so
we can talk about the monetization for all it's worth, but the main core fighting...
Yeah. It's a good game. It's a good game. It has also just good modes. Just, with World Tour. World Tour is so fun, man. I love World Tour. Yeah, fighting games are in a solid spot. Could be better, but, like, hey, we could be doing a lot worse.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of, like, what, oh yeah, Garo's coming back, so Fatal Fury.
Yeah.
The only other thing I could think of, like, would be badass to come back?
What?
Would be Virtual Fighter and Bloody Roar.
I think Sega's working on Virtual Fighter. I think they are.
I know they basically ported the game for Yakuza, and then we're like, oh, people like this? Let's just re-release it for modern consoles.
Yeah, it was fun. That was really fun.
Bloody Roar's not happening.
Bloody Roar's not happening, no. Bloody Roar
will never happen.
I mean, with the Sega initiative of let's re-release a bunch of old games, not re-release, but let's redo or, like, make sequels to a bunch of our classic stuff, I can see Virtual Fighter happening, especially because Virtual Fighter is still, like, an esports titan in Japan, from what I know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, make a new one and get in that gravy train,
But Konami is never gonna
touch it. And if they do, it's not even gonna be recognizable.
No. And that's sad. Bloody Roar really could have been one of the major pillars.
No. I feel like we need, like, there's a bunch of indie fighters that, like, make a one homaging Bloody Roar,
I mean, I've had, you go over lists of gameplay, fighting game mechanics, and you just go, like, I want that and that. If I ever make a fighting game, this, and you make a checklist.
Yeah.
But no, what other ones exist that we want to see come back?
And of course, Darkstalkers, Rival Schools, yeah, Darkstalkers. Those are the obvious ones.
Clay Fighter.
Now that Tekken 8, who owns Clay Fighters now?
Let me check. Who developed that Clay Fighter?
I think it was Accolade who owned it in, like, the 90s.
Okay, so probably Warner Brothers. Oh yeah, that's never happened. Interplay published it. Oh, these were the creators of Fallout who published. Wait, no, but did they own it? Visual Concepts. I have no idea who owns this game.
You know what? Let's just wipe our hands of it. Embracer Group owns it.
Yeah.
I'm fucking right.
Yeah, like, freaking, they just canceled that. Like, it would probably not have been a great game, but why just release? Like, the industry isn't such, like, the games themselves are great, but the freaking, like, industry practices are at an all-time, like, bad.
At an all-time whackness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting out there for sure.
Also, apparently, there's a new Looney Tunes movie coming out later this year in theaters.
Oh yeah, the one with Porky Pig.
Yeah, the day the Earth blew up. Here, I'm gonna share the poster in chat with Boingo and stuff.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Oh yeah.
Well, it looks okay. It looks solid.
Yeah. I hope it's a good movie.
There's always hope.
Yeah, I think it will be, but, like, I'm just, like, Warner Brothers is gonna, like, still, like, find a way to, like, do some shit.
The shit.
Yeah, man, Warner Brothers sucks.
A lot of things that can happen.
Oh, I remember the thing I was going to say about Lego now. So essentially with core class figures, there's a similar pattern showing in Lego where they're releasing these more expensive things, but there's a subgenre of collector that only gets, like, the $20 to $30 range sets. And you know how, like, 2 years ago the Street Sweeper was, like, in my top 10 because of how good that $10 set was, because of how, like, pure and complete and fun every part of it felt. This year they've done 2 $10 sets that are very similar to that. So it seems like they're taking notice of that, and I think I was only bringing that up to also kind of lean in on why I think it feels so good to get, like, a little core class figure, because you feel like you're saving money.
You're saving money, but still getting a quality product.
And it doesn't take up space. It's something that's easy to mess around with usually, and, like, for Soundwave, for example. He's just like a little boombox when you want him to mess around with him all the time.
I'll admit, like, I prefer my Transformers as action figures. Like, I don't really transform them a lot. That's just That's just me, though. That's just because I'm terrible at transforming them.
Oh, I don't know. I like that part of it, but I mean, Red.
No, I know.
I
know. Like, it's just like of course that's one of the reasons it's still around. But like, I'm just saying, it's a bit hard for me.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully,
So,
most
but
of the
then
things
again,
we're
I'm kind
getting
of
out of
dumb.
here. No, that's not fair to say. You just might not be used to using the Transformers in that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I used to always have to revert back to the instructions for a little while whenever I'd get a new until I eventually just remembered. And then sometimes if I have so many, like it's not safe to just feel around, so you just keep the instructions.
Yeah. I usually like look up YouTube videos if I need to like look up in-depth transformations.
I know a lot of people do that. But thankfully, a lot of the releases that we've been getting both come packaged in robot mode and are very good action figures with very modern articulation, but also happen to turn into a vehicle or something.
Yeah, that's what I love. That's why I would start collecting modern Transformers because they're just good action figures first and foremost. Like, I'm going to talk toys with you, Cody. Like, legit, it's always fun to do that.
Oh, I love talking. I was excited to be able to do that with the new HasLab as well, and I don't know. There's a couple more interesting things coming out here. More. Well, I guess if we wanted to talk about model kits a little bit, there's a couple interesting things popping off. And both they announced the Zoids crossover with 30-minute missions, and then also Zoids is apparently getting a new model kit line in and of itself. Let me find the Zoids.
Yeah.
I'll try to post that in the cheat.
Yeah.
I
want to watch more Zoids.
Yeah, AZ0 or something like that.
They've been making like a couple new Zoids. I think Zoids has been like kind of consistently in and out,
Zoids is Katakawa, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Hasbro also like does it in America or something.
Yeah, Hasbro started doing. Oh yeah, they're doing a Rathalos Zoid and a another one. So there's model kits coming out, and they look pretty nifty. But I guess they're also crossing over with Monster Hunter Wilds.
Oh, Monster Hunter Wilds? What? That's not even out yet.
Well, that's what it says here. Doesn't say it's out.
I guess they are going to be doing that when Wilds is out.
So that's exciting. We got some.
Oh, it's Zoids Wilds. I think it's Zoids Wilds. That's and then like because I think maybe I don't know. Oh, they probably just mentioned Monster Hunter Wilds because of the game coming out. So,
but yeah, I'm excited for the Unreal what is the Gundam series coming out? Made in Unreal.
How are you feeling about the Seed Destiny movie?
I've not watched like the other thing they did of Seed not too long ago, but I'll consume anything Gundam.
Yeah. Well, what's your opinion on Seed?
I only remember mostly the Gundam in that. Like I think I made it through the first season. Is there 2 or 3? Then they like do another thing.
Yeah, there's like Seed Destiny.
Yeah, they were all right. They didn't stick out to me as something to return to right away. So I think it's been a while for me.
Yeah, I heard a lot of negative things around Seed, honestly. So it's like I kind of want to get your take on it.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't remember enough about it. I know I've watched all of it, but I think I stopped at some point. Either when they released a new thing and I didn't feel like watching it, or it might have been like the second season, like halfway through it.
Yeah. Also, have you watched any more Bang Bravern or started Bang Bravern yet, Cody? Yeah, hey, you should. It's real good. Really loving it.
I haven't started it, so
yeah, you'd like it, Boingo. You'd like.
I have seen that one scene where the robot's really fucking gay.
Yeah, because which scene? Because there's a lot of them.
He's just going like, I want him inside of me, and all the generals are just looking on it like, what the fuck are we watching?
Nah, that's a great scene. Episode 2 is so good. Good show.
I forgot what that was, but I remember you talking about it last time.
It's the anime where it looks like it's going to be like a real robot Gundam show, and then at the very end of the first episode, Super Robot Transformer shows up and goes like, "Hi, this is a show now."
Yeah, It's a Brave homage now.
Yeah, the bait and switch. Brave and switch.
Yeah, we were talking about that like a couple episodes ago.
Braves and Switch.
Yeah, I remember now. I remember.
Yeah, I remember.
I haven't watched any of that yet. But perhaps I will tomorrow. Now that I've been reminded of it. Otherwise, it would have faded off into non-existence.
Oh. What else?
Small amount of P, small amount of Qs.
Boingo, any like video games?
Not really. I have been in the doldrums of creation.
Yeah, you've been like making videos. Hopefully, videos will be out by the time people can see this.
Yeah, hopefully. And also just like planning, organizing myself, doing things like that. Been writing a lot. Been editing those writings.
I wrote a script for I've been like in the process of writing a script for my Final Fantasy 16 review. And I didn't get to talk to you guys about Final Fantasy 16. I beat it recently, and it's very interesting. Like, it's a very interesting game. Like, I like it a lot, but I will acknowledge every critique thrown at it, you know?
That's fair.
Where it's like, yeah, there is a lot of problems, but I love the good stuff so much. Like, I love, you know? It's like, yeah, the pacing is kind of bad, but when you're doing shit, oh, it's peak gaming, you know?
Yeah. No. I've been doing something weird.
What?
Okay, first things first. Let me just preface this with don't do what I did.
Okay.
Oh god.
Don't if you're gonna think about any of this, research it.
God.
I just jumped in head first. Okay. Have either of you heard about polyphasic sleep?
No.
Okay.
Is that the every 30 minutes thing?
That's the most extreme version of it. Which everyone reading, no one thinks is viable. I'll explain. Okay, so what most people
the thing
do
they build the sleep chambers for, right?
Kind of, yeah. Okay, so monophasic sleep is what most people do. It is a solid one chunk of time where you just go to sleep, then you wake up. However, there's been a lot of proof that humanity used to do what's called biphasic sleep, where you go to sleep, you wake up for a little bit in the middle of the night, and then you go back to sleep for the rest of the time. Okay. People have thought about, okay, realistically, what you really need for sleep is REM, right? So some fuckheads back in the day were like, all right, what if every 2 hours I only slept 20 minutes and like tried to do that? And that's what Cody was just talking about. And you do that and you only sleep like 2 to 3 hours total, but it's bullshit. No one does it. What I have been doing, because I was like, fuck it, my sleep schedule is bullshit anyway, it's not functioning, is basically you go to sleep, you sleep for 4.5 hours, and then during the day you take 2 naps.
All right.
And I've been doing that. That's all that explanation to go like, hey, I've done that for a week, and it's been okay.
All right.
That's dangerous, even still.
Yeah, that's why I said don't do it. No, here's the thing. Like, the 4 hour...
you don't know. So
no, I don't know.
Well, here's what I'll tell you about that. When I went to UNF and would usually get about 5 to 6 hours of sleep every day because I would have to stay in the shop so late and then get up and go to classes and then just go right back to the shop. I was like super stressed out and shitty, and it turns out that if you fuck your sleep schedule up too severely, you can do irreparable damage to your sleep schedule, and thus creating an issue for you for maybe the rest of your life.
Well, here's the thing. I've already was suffering from insomnia.
Well, I'm just...
And now I'm actually sleeping for a good stretch of period of time.
If that works out, then be safe.
Yeah. And again, that's why I prefaced all that.
I know, for them, but for you as a friend, right?
Right. And I'm definitely, like, here's the thing. It's not perfect, and I think I'm going to, like, use it not as a permanent solution, but more as a, okay, I have trained myself now to go to sleep at a regular time better and try to just keep a better sleep schedule. Because the problem I've always had is if I sleep 8 hours, I am overly, like, how to describe it. I can't sleep 8 hours. I will either sleep 10 or 7. And anything in between those two, I feel like shit. Does that make sense?
Kinda.
Yeah. My body can't let me sleep more than 8 hours, otherwise it just starts hurting. Like, my back will be fucking ripped.
But, like, I've always been solid on shorter amounts of time, but not, like, super short. That's why the naps have been good. Which, by the way, I'm just going to keep napping, because it's, like, a solid, nice little bit of rest in the middle of the day. It's good.
Yeah, and if you can afford to nap, then go ahead.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sleep is a thing. Gotta fucking do it.
Go to bed.
Yes, you listening now. Go to bed. I don't care if it's noon. Sleep now.
That would be a funny way to end the podcast. Just be like, go to bed. And I know we're not gonna do that, but like,
yeah. Jesus, burping,
slurping.
That's another thing. Like that reason why I think it's been okay for me is before I would crash regularly during the day. Like I would sleep and I would be sitting down in my chair and I would just all of a sudden feel very, very sleepy and tired and just fall asleep. And it's probably just more because it's a regular schedule now that that doesn't happen to me. I don't know. And again, I will say this: I am a freak of nature. So
yeah, I mean, you are a robot canonically, right?
Am I really built that different?
I mean, you were like. Sorry, I'll stop bringing in VTuber lore.
Yeah. Jesus wept for somebody's sins.
But was it yours?
I don't know. Cody, am I a sinner?
Probably.
It's so blunt. I love it.
Sometimes life's gotta go, gotta happen, gotta skedoodle, gotta skebeedle.
Skedaddle.
Skadoot, skaboot, skadeedly doo.
My mistake. I don't know why I just thought of the
sometimes the guy who wrote the original song sometimes accidentally sings the Weird Al version.
That's so based.
Like, legit, he's gone on record of saying, like, every once in a while, I have to remind myself not to sing the Weird Al version.
Nah, that's so based. Nah. The Weird Al agenda continues.
Well, here's the thing. There's, like, 9 verses in that song.
True, it's a long song.
So, like, he could legit put one of the verses from the Weird Al version. I don't think most people would notice.
Yeah.
Good Lord Gajord.
It's Lord Gajord from Lord Gajord.
Lord Gajord. What's the Bionicle? That's the joke. That's the jokes I have, folks.
Bionicle.
Is that why you're bi now, Cody? You realize you like Bionicle so much?
Wait, legit? Cody is?
We've gone over this at least twice.
I think every 3 months we talk about it. I'm just tired of it at this point.
No, I feel bad because I'm also bi. Because it's like we're bi bros, you know.
But is that how you figured it out? You were just such a fan of Bionicle?
Probably.
Lordy, what else do we want to talk about? What else do we got to talk about?
Boingo, what are your thoughts on ours?
On ours?
Not ours, cars. I don't want to know your thoughts on ours. On
the letter R?
No, I do not. That's the last thing I want to know, honestly.
It's a fine letter. I mean,
I did not need to know that, but okay.
I like it. I like how it's a big. I like how pirates use it. Pirates use it pretty cool. No, I've had a couple. I've been in very much in the. I fucking wish public transit was more of a thing mood.
Nah,
lately.
I get you. Nah, I fully understand. Like, even I just wish I could drive more. You know.
Yeah. But it's like if public transit was just more of a thing that I had access to, I could do a lot more. There's things I could
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that so hard. I know, like that's saying a lot because I'm an Illinois boy, and there's like more walkable stuff in my area, but like, still.
Yeah, but I mean, like if there was actual like public transit, and I could pop over to find a job, or to wherever.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if there was an easy train to get to my buddy Cody. That'd be fun.
We could get more epic Cody moments and Cody and Chris moments. The 2 C's.
I imagine it'd be a lot better to pick me up from a train station than it would be to fucking drive all the way over here.
True. It's like, if we still want to do, like, we haven't talked about anything, but I've been thinking about wanting to, like, do a summit of sorts. Yeah. But if worse comes to worse, I'm thinking we might do a digital summit.
Could. There's always things that can happen. The possibilities are always endless.
Yeah. Like the Sonic song from Sonic Unleashed. The one by Bowling for Soup.
Oh, Bowling for what? Alright.
You don't know that, Boingo? You're like a big music nerd.
I'm not the biggest fan of Bowling for Soup. What makes you think I would be like a huge fan of Bowling for Soup?
You like
really
music.
Do give off that energy. Just saying.
Thank you.
Tell me
this
you're not
Bowling
the
for
person
Soup energy.
Like, yeah, there you go.
No, here's the thing. if you're talking, it'd probably be more bare naked ladies though.
I mean, we already know you like that. So.
Yeah, you're just the meme of that guy going for the jukebox and everyone's assuming the worst. Perhaps.
Fuck off. I have immaculate music taste.
Sure, buddy. Sure.
That's what everybody says about themselves.
Yeah.
And they're all true because they like what they like.
Yeah, they like what they like. Yeah. Wholesome Cody moment.
Well, I've been on a real Japanese alt rock phase right now.
That's fair. Yeah, you shared like that the band who did the Scott Pilgrim Takes Off OP with me, right?
Yeah, I just ran across their music video for it.
Yeah,
that was cute.
Yeah, it's a really good music video. I like all the references to the like. You clearly watched the movie first, but like that's easier to make visual reference to than a comic book and like a music video. So,
but the Wieners, I've been listening to them.
The Wiener, oh yeah, I keep forgetting that's what they're actually called.
Yeah,
yeah, they did the Digimon Ghost Game OP. That was like one of the best Digimon OPs.
Wait, they did?
Yeah, Ghost Game.
Hold on, let me fucking. I'm not doubting you. I'm just fucking always check your information.
Looks like someone out-wienered Boingo Rider.
Yeah, baby!
You know what? You're a wiener.
Damn. I've been Boingo.
You're a wiener number one.
Did I win?
I don't know, did you?
Yeah, because I'm right about things.
It is wieners.
Oh, I told you. Yeah, it's one of the best Digimon OPs.
Here first, folks. It's wieners. If you thought it was,
I'm actually listening to a lot of Digimon music, specifically from the guy who passed away, Koji Wada. He had a really beautiful voice.
The butterfly guy.
Yeah, he had a really beautiful voice. It's like, man, it's such a big loss. Where it's like I did like how he did he like for the Digimon Tri. He, even though it was focused on the original cast, he did like one of the Savers OPs. Like did a redux of that, and that's good because Savers is the Digimon series I'm most interested in right now. So.
There's a lot of things happening with Digimon.
Yeah, except a new show. I'm pretty sure it's in production, but
like there's getting a new webcomic though. That's based off the card game.
I hope that's good.
Which is hilarious because apparently the story in it is that our people are logging in to play the card game, and it's like, oh, so we're not getting a web client. But we're getting a webcomic about a web client. Cool.
I don't know how that meant. How would I feel about that if I was a Digimon fan?
Look, I would love to play Digimon the card game, but I live nowhere near a card store to play it regularly.
Yeah,
so
you would have to freaking like hit up a friend, download that like weird tabletop app, and like freaking play it that way.
Yep.
And that's just too much work. And where you could just like with Yu-Gi-Oh, you could just be like, boot up Master Duel. Here's my friend code.
But I do not like Yu-Gi-Oh. I like diving back into it for streaming. I just realized I do not like how it structures its gameplay.
I'm personally like probably because I grew up in like the gimmick era of like 5Ds and Zexal, so like I'm more like used to like that kind of bullshit. So
it's not even okay. The bullshit's not the problem. It is how legalese the cards are. That just have, like, it is like you have to parse an entire contract to understand what the fucking card does. And then it does 10 things that all interact in different ways to different things. And you have to resolve all of the things before you can make the next move. So gameplay grinds to a halt. That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I still like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like... I probably because I play basic cards, so I'm not like, I'm not the biggest, like, in the meta. I just play casually, Which is probably like the best way to enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Or just most games. Well, excuse me, princess.
Yeah. Teehee.
Princey.
What if two princes started playing right now? Go ahead now.
Man, I think we ran out of juice.
Did we have juice to begin with?
A little.
Hey, Cody, do you like the juice?
OJ the Juice Man.
OJ the Juice Man.
The juice is loose?
The juice is on the loose. Like the moose from the freaking Madagascar movie. Not Madagascar, no, Brother Bear movie, the sequel.
Moose on the Loose?
Yeah, Moose on the... Like, one of the DVD covers for Brother Bear 2 has the moose is on the loose, and I think that's just the funniest shit.
One of the mooses is voiced by Rick Moranis, right?
Oh, I'm pretty sure not in the sequel because that was a direct-to-video thing.
Yeah, but still, Rick Moranis.
Yeah, he should have appeared in Ant-Man 3. And then everyone would like that movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would have been great.
New trailer for Ghostbusters. The new Ghostbusters movie dropped. Looks really good.
I just do not. I'm sorry, Boingo. I'm gonna be real. I do not care. I'm glad you're gonna enjoy it, but like, as for me, I'm like, nah. The last one, I did not like that last one, so I'm like,
they're back in New York, and all the old Ghostbusters are there, and they've started a new Ghostbusting company.
It looks cool that
Janine gets a suit.
A live action suit. Yeah,
she's a Buster. She's not like just back for a cameo. She's part of the crew.
Yeah, that's like the only that's like the only thing that's kind of like maybe I'll check it out.
And there is a theory because there is a person that we don't really get to see the face of in a group shot that Rick Moranis might be back. So there's no confirmation or no even hinting of it other than like that one shot. So don't hold your breath.
Okay. Instead, I'll hold my breath twice.
Yeah. Know what? Hey, Buster.
What?
Release that breath you're holding. Tell the people where they can find you.
Hi, I'm Buster Corp. I just released a very fun video I worked a month on the Persona 3 social link ranking because I was very excited for Persona 3 Reload. So I'm like, let me consume more Persona 3 and like make that video. And I'm really proud of that video. So yeah, go check that video out right now. It has even some cameos from my friends and also Shea Frillis. No, Shea Frillis is my friend. But like, you get what I mean. Yeah, go check that video out at the Buster Corp channel. I'm also on social media, but you can just find that in the description because who knows what will happen.
Yeah. Hey, Cody, Snowcone, tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me in your dreams at night when you lay down. I am the Hat Man. And
it's delightful. He gives me kisses.
I mean, people probably listen to this to sleep.
Never underscore robot.
Sweet dreams and funny memes. Never underscore robot.
Yeah, baby.
My Instagram.
Hey, I'm Boingo. I do a variety of things. I'm on YouTube at Boingo Writer. I'm on Twitch at twitch.tv/Boingo Writer. You can follow me on social medias. Links are in the description. You can join my Discord server. We hang out there and talk. It's fun. This has been Components of Modular Media. Hey, it'd be cool if you're listening to this on a podcasting platform, give us a follow. They're always appreciated, and tell people about the podcast. You can also tell people about our YouTube channel at Modular Media on YouTube. We do this and other shows. You can like them. You can leave a comment down below. And you can subscribe. Yeah, that's about it. Anything else you want to say, guys?
Play Persona 3 Reload on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC right now.
What were you saying, Cody?
Oh, I said Spibble.
Oh. That's it. Okay, cool.